Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of BB News. And first of all, congratulations to Manchester City on winning the league. And we play them tomorrow. We have to give them a guard of honour. So welcome to my match preview of Manchester City against Chelsea. So, they think it's all over. It is now. Sorry, Arsenal. You guys thought you were going to win the league, but no, you bottled it at the end. Manchester City. I always said to these fans, Manchester City are going to win the league. You guys are not good enough. You guys are going to fall short at the end. One or two injuries, you'll fall apart. They only had one injury to Saliba, and they fell apart. And, final nail in the coffin. Nottingham Forest came, beat them 1-0. Game over. Manchester City win the Premier League. So, I'm hoping that the Chelsea players, seeing them having to give a guard of honour to Manchester City, they will know what it takes. This is what it takes to be winners. And when we look at Manchester City's team, they are a talented bunch, good manager. But the thing is, I keep saying it, they've got a good set of players, but they work hard for each other. Talent alone isn't going to cut it. You need talent, ability, tactics, and most of all, hard work. If you saw the game against Madrid in the week, they were frightening. They put Real Madrid under so much pressure. You saw people like your De Bruynes, your Silvers, Gundogan's, working hard to win the ball back. They fought for every single ball. So they showed a lot of grit, a lot of determination. And that's what these Chelsea players need to do. They've got talent, they've got ability, but it's not only about talent and ability. What they need now is to put in that work, put in that effort. The new manager coming in, Pochettino, he's going to make sure that these guys work really hard. Other thing now, this Manchester City side are so far ahead of all the other teams in the league at the moment. Liverpool have fallen off a bit. They're the only team who could challenge them. But so I think another 2 or 3 seasons of this for Manchester City. We're going to be seeing this. And that's good for Chelsea because we're not catching. We may be, but it's going to be difficult to catch Manchester City at the moment. So that's why we are building a young side. So hopefully when all these players reach maturity in 2 or 3 seasons' time, I'm hoping that Manchester City will be on the decline. And this is when Chelsea can pounce. We've seen the way Man City have done it. They've got 115 charges over their heads at the moment, so anything could happen. They may not even be playing in this division in a couple of seasons' time. We never know. What the outcome is going to be of these, because some of these charges have got to stick. Come on, let's be honest. So, and the other thing is, I think if they do win the treble this season and then Pep wins the World Club Cup with them, he's got nothing more to achieve at the club. So I could see him staying next season just to see whether they can win the World Club Cup. And then after that season, I can see him going. And there's talk about Erling Haaland as well, how he wants to win the leagues in all the major countries. He's already played in Germany. He didn't win the league, obviously playing for Dortmund. But I can see him maybe going back there one day to play for Bayern. You never know. But there's talk about him playing in Spain as well. Would he want to play in France? Maybe a couple of seasons at PSG. You never know. Maybe win the Champions League with them, create a legacy. You never know. So I can't see. Haaland doesn't strike me as a player who's going to be sticking around at one club for more than 3 or 4 seasons. So he may have 3 seasons at Manchester City, and then he's probably going to go on to pastures new. So De Bruyne, how long has he got left? So that's what I'm saying. It depends on how well Manchester City builds, how good their succession plan is, and who they get after Pep Guardiola. Then football is all about eras, and this is Manchester City's era at the moment. I mentioned it before. Some of us, you're not going to stay at the top forever. So I think there's going to come a point where Manchester City start to decline a bit, and then there's somebody else to pounce. So I'm hoping that this project 2030 that Chelsea have got in hand, maybe we can, with the right signings, the right manager, the right structure, then we could be there. We could be on the top table again, but we've got to get it right. So Bowley, etc., they got to get this right so that we can be like Manchester City, winning for Pep's got 5 titles now since 2016, 5 titles. So I want a legacy. We had a chance to build a legacy under Abramovich, but every time the closest we did was the back-to-backs, but every time we did that, we didn't build on our success, and that's why we haven't created such a legacy of winning leagues. Put it this way, Pep's won 5 since 2016. Over the 18 years that Abramovich was in charge of Chelsea, we won the same amount. That's what I'm saying. Had we done things a little bit different, then maybe. That's why when a lot of people say under Abramovich we were very successful. Yeah, we were, but a lot of times mainly in the cups. But in the league, when you look at it, when you compare us with Manchester City, and we were ahead of the curve, we were ahead of Manchester City in what we were doing. Manchester City looked at what we did and decided to do it better, and you can see that they have done it better because they know that they've won more titles than we have, and we had a head start on them. And as I said, they've won 5 in 8 years, is it? 6 years, 7 years, and we've won 5 in 17. So go figure. And the other thing, what makes me laugh when people are saying, "Oh, bring back the Abramovich era," and I keep saying I'm really grateful for what Abramovich did. Don't get me wrong, I love what he did, and I think he done exceptional for the club. But he made mistakes, and there's another mistake he made. Frank Lampard in the press conference yesterday was saying how he wanted Haaland, but he didn't go as far. You know, if you read between the lines of what he was saying, he was actually saying that. Some people weren't on board as much as he was. He was pushing, but some people weren't so keen. And I think, you know, it's that idiot of a scout we had, Scott McLaughlin. He's probably the one he said that he wasn't equipped for the Premier League. You know, if it wasn't you, Scott, I apologise. But you know, some of the decisions that he made, it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't him. But that's, you know, that was what might have been, and we would have got him. We would have got if he wanted to come, because obviously, if we were pushing for him and we had a better case, you know, he chose Dortmund in the end, but Manchester United were after him as well. Did he feel that he needed to have a easier league before going into the Premier League? I don't know. But the fact is that we didn't, you know, Frank Lampard wasn't backed by some of the people at Chelsea. It's frustrating because had we had a goal scorer at the club now, you know, Haaland could have given us, you know, some good moments. But now Manchester City are enjoying him. So tomorrow, I'm hoping that Manchester City, I hope they've been on the beers today, celebrating on the champagne and things, you know, celebrating their champions, another Premier League success. And that when they come to play us tomorrow, they may not be on top of their game. I'm hoping that a lot of them are thinking about the Champions League as well. And hoping that he rested a few players. And then, maybe then, we may actually have a chance of beating them. But they could probably put out their B team and still beat us the way that we played this season, let's be honest. Anyway, guys, what do you think of Manchester City winning the league, Arsenal not winning it? What do you think? Do you think that's going to have a positive effect for Chelsea tomorrow and give us a good result? Or doesn't it matter anyway? Do you think Manchester is so good that even if they are playing at 50% of their capabilities, that they'll still beat us? Stick your comments in the section below. And I'll see you guys on the next video. So take care. Bye-bye.